Meals at high-end restaurants, fancy hotel stays at conferences, and even things like leasing a luxury SUV. These are all purchases made by public school systems and administrators across the state.
And so now you can see how every nickel of state money is being used on education. WDSU investigator Travers Mackel explains while some say it's a new level of transparency, others feel publishing this type of information is an overreach.
Commander's Palace is considered a classic high-end restaurant in New Orleans. And state records show that last August, leaders at Dolores Taylor Author School for Young Men spent almost $380 at the Garden District establishment, a dinner for a convocation speaker, according to online records. Less than 4 months later, Dolores Taylor Author School went out of business, citing financial concerns. And expenditures like the dinner at Commander's have parents fuming.
I understand that, business lunches are going to happen and they need to happen, but they also need to be within reason.
Shaka Khan Jerome Griffin's son attended Dolores Taylor Author and had to find another school right in the middle of his senior year when it closed down.
And it's not about like finger pointing or blaming others or exposing others. It's just good stewardship of public funds that are meant to provide quality education for our students.
This dinner by leaders at that now defunct school in Gentilly made public with tens of thousands of other state education records, all posted on a newly launched website by Louisiana Treasurer Dr. John Fleming.
This is pretty unique in the entire country.
Fleming dubbing the site the Louisiana K-12 School Transparency Project. It includes the funds all public and charter schools spent on travel, meals, and other expenditures. For example, records show one school administrator near Baton Rouge used more than $10,000 in school funds to lease a Range Rover.
Daylight is the best disinfectant when it comes to just understanding how your government works.
And there are a lot of expenditures at local schools that stick out to the state's top money manager.
Well, we saw a lot of restaurant orders like pizzas, high-end like Ruth Chris, Commander's Palace, that sort of thing.
Speaking of Ruth Chris, online records show that leaders at Inspire NOLA Charter Schools, a group that operates schools like Edna Carr, McMain, McDonough 35, and Wilson Elementary, spent more than $4,100 in 2024 on numerous meals at Ruth Chris.
Sometimes things can look bad and not necessarily be unjustified. So that's what we leave the public and certainly the media and the third-party groups to look at and ask these questions.
And that's what we did. In a written statement, Inspire telling WDSU Investigates, there are several errors in the files listed on the Louisiana K-12 School Transparency Project website. The two lunches in question actually total $2,500 and were not from the general fund. We are currently working with the Louisiana Department of Education and the local school district to update and correct these errors.
We don't judge, we're neutral. We just want to make sure. We think good government requires transparency.
The site's launch comes as NOLA Public Schools is fighting with the city over millions they feel the system is owed. Records show that numerous New Orleans schools spent over $105,000 last year for employees to attend retreats, summits, and banquets. Do you think that's a step in the right direction, putting all this data online? And do you wish it was there a couple of months ago when your child's school closed down?
Absolutely. I think empowering parents and communities is going to help us have access, right, to data that helps parents to make more informed decisions so we can be advocates and also support our schools.
In a written statement, the president of the school board for NOLA Public Schools, Katie Bodwin, telling us, people deserve to know how their tax dollars are being invested in our children's futures. But transparency must have a purpose. Information should be published thoughtfully and with context to ensure it is valuable to the public while being respectful of privacy.
Money is very important because we all know that there are a few people who will take advantage of the fact that there's money that no one is looking after.
Parents who live through financial struggles at their kids' schools feel the website is a step in the right direction.
I think access to the data just is empowering. It allows communities to engage in meaningful conversations.
Reporting in New Orleans, I'm Travers Mackel, WDSU News.
And now there is some controversy to this new site that was launched by the treasurer. It includes the salaries of all administrators, teachers, and staff. And some people feel that is a bridge too far and too intrusive for people who work alongside each other on a daily basis in the classroom. The United Teachers of New Orleans, though, supports the move, saying this, quote, UTNO is pleased to see the Louisiana K-12 School Transparency Project's website. We hope that this website is updated to reflect current salaries and that more resources like this become available in the future.